Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you see this message. This is Lovely YG, your friendly tarot reader, here to read for you. So, what I was getting was you are starting to make declarations, right? Not just affirmations, declarations. Like, you are, I wouldn't say exactly demanding the universe listen to you, but you sure are speaking up and speaking out. And in doing this, you are reviving your confidence. So I don't know if like you were actually depressed or if it's just things were just not making you feel your 100% best. But whatever has been occurring is like the spark to your change, to the transformation that you're making in your life. So without further ado, right? Let me grab some cards. All right, so your happiness is pissing someone off. Your ability to find joy in the least of comfortable situations, like, things that would make other people weary and sad and frustrated and angry. You find joy somehow in the midst of it. I'm not saying the situation makes you joyful, but you are still able to be joyful even while you are engaged. And you might hear kids in the background saying cheating, right? And I'm talking about you finding joy. Someone thinks you're cheating because it's not possible for you to find joy in your particular situations. They know what you're going through. So how are you happy? You have to be faking it or pretending or doing something to make yourself happy, or someone's doing you to make you happy. Whatever the cause is, it has to be that. It couldn't possibly be that you just happen to find a silver lining. You just happen to be a joyful person. Like, it's just who you are. They can't take that from you, but they want to, because it has to be a facade, right? This person did not see you as a blessing. They thought you were a hindrance to the way they wanted to live their life and the kind of connections they wanted to have with people. You being you messed all that up somehow. Like, your honesty ruined their lives. And it's like, well, they could have just not dealt with you, and then you wouldn't have to be honest about anything they were lying about. You understand? It's like they made a choice to pursue you and then were upset with the consequences of pursuing you. And this person doesn't understand that you are not moving through life with a monetary, materialistic ambition. You're moving through life with the idea of being the best version of yourself at all times, in every situation. And in the moments that you don't, you beat yourself up pretty badly. So this person has a false sense of who you are, but they're punishing you for that idea. That the fact that they can't level up the way that you level up, that they don't see themselves the way you see yourself. This person thought that they could seduce you into giving them basically your je ne sais quoi, your charisma, your blessings from God. They thought they could seduce you into giving them away so that, they could have them, and they could say that you were just hanging on to their coattails. Like, you're lucky to be dealing with them. They literally try to take your life story and make it their own. And it's impossible, but they are a little delusional, if you hadn't noticed, dealing with the person. They've been seriously trying to force you into 3rd-party, 4-party, 5-party, 6-party, 7-party relationships. Like, they wanted you to be okay with them being out and about doing their thing and just waiting until they had time for you. Didn't matter if that time was like, 2 or 3 times a year. At least they got to see you. I mean, what are you complaining about? It's not like they ignored you. They ignored other people, and they can give you a list of people they ignored. And it's like, why do I care about that? I care about the fact that I wanted to spend time with you, and you chose not to spend time with me. You chose to spend it with someone else. Like, This person's, again, a little delusional. This person often switched up on you. One minute they were lovey-dovey, totally love bombing you, and the next minute completely ignoring you, so that you develop like an addiction for them, a craving, a need for them, because when you guys were together, it was all great. So like the moments you were apart, you're wondering what happened. We were just fine. Everything was okay. They just stopped answering the phone. What did I do? What is wrong with me? Is something wrong with me? And you're beating yourself up this whole time, and then they hit you up and you're like, oh my God, hi. And they're like, yeah, what's up? Like, they don't acknowledge the distance. They don't acknowledge that they didn't talk to you. They don't relieve you of your fears and reassure you that, that they do care about you and they were thinking about you, and something just came up. No, they just pop back up and then pretend like they were just there, like they hadn't been missing for the last 35 days or 6 months, 2 years, whatever. This person felt that in your life it was always going to be them. Like, you had no other desires, no other person on your mind. It was them, always going to be them, in any shape or form they decide to present themselves to you. And you're like, oh, you've got me bent. You don't know me at all, do you? And this person's like, no, I know all about you. I know everything about you. That's how I've been manipulating you. And you're like, no, I loved you, so I gave you room to do the things you were doing because I thought that one day you'd realize that I loved you, and that's why I was letting you do it, and you would stop because you're like, oh, that person doesn't deserve it because they loved me, and they let me do this for so long. But you're realizing that your person is never going to accept the grace you gave them. They believe they deserve the grace you gave them. This person is going to continue doing what you are asking repeatedly for them to stop doing. So you're done asking. You will go to someone else who will do it without you having to ask ever. This person wants you to daydream and fantasize about the one day where they're going to give you everything you want. You guys will be happy. Everything's going to be okay. How long have you been dreaming about that? How long has that been the dream that's been fostered? Your dignity was what kept you trapped and tied to this person. The idea that you don't have to fight, you don't need to protect yourself because that's your person's job. Yeah, ideal, right? But when your person is constantly knocking over your boundaries, trampling your boundaries, making you feel less than, it is time for you to stand up for talking. See? Somebody doesn't want you standing up and talking for yourself. Someone does not want you to articulate that they're pissing you the fuck off. See? You want to stand up for yourself. You want to fight for yourself. You want to say everything that's been on your mind. But every time you try to, you get tongue-tied. You get frustrated. You become overwhelmed with emotions. And this person knows that. They are triggering you so that you will never say the thing. Say it. And if you can't say it, type it. In a text, write it. In a letter. I don't know. Do smoke signals. And if you can't do real smoke signals, do them like they did it in, what's that Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie that you used to like? I don't remember, but it had, I want to say John Candy in it, but it wasn't John Candy. It was that other Chevy Chase. Bam. And Jane Fonda, I think, was the mom? Maybe. I don't know, he went to like a a real campfire type program for boys, and Man of the House, I think it was called.
The one with the Chevy Chase?
No, the one with the cute little boy with the bully haircut, and then they did the tomahawk throw, and
oh yeah, I think it's The Best Man or something like that. Best Dad, some shit like that.
I don't know, but it was like based in Seattle, so obviously my kids watched it over and over again because it's like, that's down there, Mom. Yeah, whatever. But the point of the matter is that this person, I lost it. I totally lost it, obviously. We were talking about you not saying what you need to say, and this person keeping you from saying it in one way, shape, or form or another in order to bind you, keep you trapped with them. And I'm trying to follow my train of thought to get back to where we're at, but the point of the matter is this person wanted you to idealize them, and you don't. You see them and you love them for them, and they didn't believe it because they hate themselves. So how could you love them? Because no one should love them. Anyone who loves them is stupid because they're a worthless piece of whatever, because that's how they see themselves, right? And they just think that you are delusional when it comes to them. So, of course, you are going to have daydreaming type eyes and be fantasizing about the possibility of forever. This person didn't want to work with you. They didn't want to be your partner. They didn't want to be anything that had to do with becoming more. They just wanted you physically and for you to shut up. They wanted you basically to be alone for the rest of your life. Yeah, they'd pop in every now and then, but they wanted you to just live a solitary life where you were only beholden to them. Like your pleasure was at their discretion. This person wanted to waste your time. They wanted to be the one and only person dealing with you. And they wanted you to be pining for them, like you were Rapunzel waiting to let your hair down so they could climb the tower. Like this egotistical maniac wanted you to be pining for them while they were out there messing with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every Sally, Mary, and Daisy. And you were just supposed to sit there and be like, la da 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 da. Oh, they're just so busy working. They probably didn't even have a job. And if they said they were taking care of their kids, they probably were not. Their kids were probably somewhere else. Like, this person thrived off of you whining and complaining about not spending time with them, about not building the relationship to a higher plateau. This person saw you as a child that threw temper tantrums instead of an adult who had a right to say, hey, what are we doing? What's going on? Why are you playing with my time? This person wanted to be your fantasy, and they wanted you to chase them and nothing else. Like, chase your ambitions. Why? You don't have time for that. You need to be trying to kiss my butt to make me want to be around you more. Oh, work a job? Yeah, I mean, obviously you need money so you could pay me to be around you, or spend money on me so I feel important enough to be around you. I'm sorry, something is in my eye. So something might be trying to block you from seeing them as they truly are. Keep you from acknowledging that they are not worthy of your attention. They're not worthy of your energy. This person definitely try to keep you off your throne and deny you the rights that go with being on a throne. They felt that they deserved to take that from you. And you just are not going to allow that to happen. You're not. You are walking away, and I am so proud of you. You're walking towards a better future, better partner, better life, a life where you are not living feeling like you owe somebody everything just to feel at peace with your connection with them. So essentially lying to yourself. You're not doing that no more. Alright, we're going to pull and see who this reading is for. And then I'm going to let you guys go because I have a mommy date with my oldest. We got Anubis Leo energy. We've got Venus, which is your type of love and feminine energy that you're attracted to. Not female, feminine, meaning a masculine with the softness, that part of the softness in them that you like, that would be that. or a non-binary person. They have masculine and feminine energy. All of us have it. Doesn't matter, male, female, non-binary. Everyone's got that energy. It also has to do with your values, the type of relationships that you want, and your relationship with finances and material possessions. We also have Rowan the Thinker, which is January 21st through February 17th, Capricorn and Aquarius energy. We have Fourth House, which is your home and family. Also Cancer. It's an individual's relationship with a maternal figure, their outlook on domesticity, investing in infrastructure, and creating more private, nurturing spaces within. We have Amun-Ra and Taurus, Bastet, and more Cancer, Ash the Enchanter, which is Aquarius and Pisces energy. So, Aquarius, Pisces, Ash the Enchanter, Bastet, Cancer, Amun-Ra, Taurus, Fourth House, Rowan the Thinker, Capricorn, Venus, Anubis, and Leo. Remember, you are blessed and highly favored and more than a conqueror.